What's the crack, guys? Roger here from Allcast Irish Gamers, and I'm joined by Con and Danny, and we're surrounded by all of their gaming memorabilia, I suppose. Guys, Con, first, what inspired you to sort of start collecting all this sort of stuff?
For me, well, when I was growing up, I was really into Super Nintendo and stuff like that, and I loved it so much. I was a big fan of Super Play, the magazine, and there was all these games, like Japanese games, stuff that were released but never released in English, and I used to get so frustrated. Why can't I play those games? Okay. So when I got older, and I lived in Japan for a little while, I just bought all those games that I never had a chance to play, you know. And I got different rare things for different systems as well. I got like Neo Geos and stuff like that as well, you know. Ended up selling some of them, unfortunately, but that's what kind of started my collection.
Sure, yeah. Danny, yourself?
When I grew up, it was in the 80s, and all my friends, everyone in my class had consoles, and I didn't. And there used to be like a day in school when everyone bring their consoles in. So you'd have Commodore 64s, Spectrums, what else? Ataris, and I didn't have one. So eventually, when I saved my pocket money up, I got a Sega Mega Drive off a friend. He'd upgraded to a NES, and I was like, okay, straight buying that. So I got that, and we started collecting from then, especially the Sega Mega Drive, or sorry, Master System. Games were so cheap back then. We got a really good collection of them at the time, and it kind of was big into the 90s. Like the Super Nintendo was always a favorite console, you know. So when that came out, from day one, I wanted that. So Santa was very good to me that year.
Oh, very good. Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about some of the rare stuff you have here today?
Sure. Well, we've been seriously collecting for a few years now. Myself, the brother, and a few other stuff, and you know, a little group of us pooling resource stuff. And yeah, so I mean, like you have to do it. So we, you know, when you can have rare games, and then you can have some really rare stuff. Like so, there'd be like some developer stuff, or prototypes, or samples, or stuff that for some reason or other there's only a few copies left. You know, there's stuff out there. And they call these things like holy grails, or stuff that's just really difficult to come by. And even stuff that's not that rare still can go for like silly money, depending if it's a nice box copy in a you know, cardboard boxes, right, mint and stuff, or sealed copies of games, even from the 80s and 90s. Like, you could be talking any amount of money really. So there's a few samples of that here today. We have a large collection of retro games and consoles and all that kind of stuff.
We can see that.
Yeah.
What's next now for you guys then?
We have a few options. I mean, we're doing this for passion. We love the retro gaming, we love the scene, we love the community that's developing. And it is a developing community. It's really it's got its own culture now, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can see here at the con today just how popular it is. It's heaving, it's fantastic, and everyone's having a great time. These are my kind of people, you know. So I'm happy to be here, and everyone's happy to be here.
Sure, yeah.
And so next for us, we don't know. Maybe we'd love to start, say, either a retro gaming club where everyone can come, and we'll have a setup. People can bring their own names. They can come play our stuff. Rare games, rare consoles, stuff that people might not have access to otherwise. Maybe a museum down the line. There's so many options what we could do, but we definitely would like to do something like that, you know. And even displaying here at the convention, you know, it's great. We're meeting, we're greeting, we're getting people's reactions and stuff, and it's all positive.
Brilliant. Games need to be played as well. It's all very well in a cabinet, and people go, ooh, that's nice, you know. But I mean, they're there to be played. Exactly. So any of the games we have here today,
we have all these stations set up.
Just pick one, and we'll say, sure, you can play a game you've never played in your life.
Brilliant.
And not only that, we're showing them just how you can play them, the best way to play them, like original hardware with original CRT televisions, or RGB modded consoles with Sony BBMs and PBMs, and then you've got like high definition upgrades of original consoles, so original hardware with HD upgrades like we have over there, the HDMI Boy and the Analog NT. And that kind of stuff, and we've got to show the best way to display it on a flat screen modern TV. There's so many different ways to display, or to you know, everyone has their own personal favourite way of doing it. So we're trying to get that out there to the public. You know, if you're into retro gaming, if you're considering getting the scene, if you're feeling nostalgia about it now, come have a look. And there's no right or wrong way to do it, but there's plenty of different ways to do it.
We can definitely see your guys' passion anyway. You want to talk about it. Can I ask you one last question? Is there anything out there you haven't got that you'd still like to get your hands on?
Yes, the Nintendo Sony PlayStation prototype.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
That's actual
holy grail.
model made.
Yeah.
There are some other prototypes that have been found, but they're like, you know, they're boxes and stuff.
Okay.
But there was that one that was found. You
Yeah.
know what? That was found in an attic from someone who had died like a long time ago.
Okay.
These things can turn up. There's
Yeah.
obviously not just one made, you know, and that wasn't even like in Sony or Nintendo that it was found. So there's the possibilities if you are out there. You know?
It's out there somewhere.
They're definitely out there.
All
So
right.
we're looking for some Indiana Jones type dudes, you know, the well retro gamer Indiana Jones. They'll go and scout around and.
There's a TV show on that, lads.
Yeah.
Anyway, Danny, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Guys, that's been the Craic, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Cheers, lads. Thanks very much.